Chefers, welcome to Senior Solutions. I'm your host, Karen Halloran from Azure Healthcare. Today we have on the show Mike Burrill from Chefs for Seniors. Thank you for coming on the show, Mike.
Thank you for having me on the show today. Thank you.
I'm dying to hear about the Chefs for Seniors. I love food. So why don't you tell us, how does the service Chefs for Seniors work?
Sure. So the first part of the service is we do a free in-home consultation. So I would go to a potential client's home, sit down with them and their family, and discuss their food needs. Everything from dietary concerns to their preferences. And from there, if it's a service that they would like to try out, there are no contracts with the service, which a lot of seniors are happy to hear. But the way the exact service works is they have the opportunity to look at menus. Those menus can be changed, substituted to fit whatever preferences they might have. But so we develop a menu. The day of the service, we're going to go and do the grocery shopping for their menu. So we go to the local market and we pick up the groceries. And what makes Chef for Seniors super unique is after we pick up the groceries, we're going to show up at your house. Not only do we bring the groceries with us, but we bring our own toolbox with us. And in that toolbox has our pots, our pans. We also bring some of our own herbs and spices to make your meals for you. So it's not that invasive into your kitchen. We just need your space. And then the chef is going to spend about 2 hours to 2.5 hours in your kitchen preparing your customized meals. And on our standard service, we're going to take 4 to 5 choices and we're going to convert that into 12 individually packaged meals that are fully customized to any dietary concerns that they might have. They are labeled, and then the client is going to decide what they're going to put into their refrigerator. Those are meals that those are meals they're going to eat over the next few days, and the rest of them simply go into the freezer. What else is customized with the service as well is the frequency in which you use the service. So we have clients that use the service on a weekly basis. We have clients that use the service every 2 weeks, and we do have some clients that use the service once a month.
Wow, that's a lot of information. I will back up to the grocery food shopping. You don't even have to go to the supermarket and then lug all those groceries in.
Nope.
For me, that's a big hassle, especially if you don't live on the first floor, lugging all those up. So that's another benefit.
And another benefit as well is that we're very, very efficient in the way we shop. So we keep that grocery bill as low as possible. So we're going in buying exactly what we need in the quantities that we need, so there is no waste.
That's great, because a lot of people are on a fixed budget these days too, so that's nice to be able to plan that.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised how people overbuy at the grocery store.
Definitely.
And then unfortunately the food spoils and has to be thrown away. So with Chef for Seniors, we're doing the grocery shopping for your meals. So we're going to buy just what we need.
That's great. I'm just wondering, can the meals get delivered?
So Chef for Seniors is an in-home service. We do not do any deliveries. It's a personal chef service. So we're going to come to your home to prepare the meals.
Fantastic. Now, what about dietary restrictions, if somebody has a dietary restriction?
So that's what we're known for, is we're able to adhere to any type of dietary concern. So say someone gets discharged from a hospital and they're discharged with something from a dietitian. We're going to take whatever that dietitian gave to the client and we're going to follow it to a T. So generally we cook low sodium because most seniors need to be on a low sodium diet. So low sodium is always a must, but We also see a lot of renal diets, so we can adhere to a renal diet, as well as gluten issues, any type of sensitivity with other foods. We can make sure that we're not using any of those products. And we even have had clients that are on puree diets as well.
And I'm sure you can make that look really pretty, because puree sometimes doesn't look the best, but
Right.
it tastes the same, I'm sure.
Yes, so yeah, we're visual people, so
Right. Presentation is
presentation
everything.
matters. Yep.
Now, you had mentioned about the cooking equipment. You bring all your own pots and pans and wash them? You don't leave any dishes in the sink?
We don't leave anything. So that's also a really important part of the service, is leaving the kitchen spotless. Clean up perfectly. We even sweep and take out the trash
Wow.
on our way out as well.
I love that. Also, you had mentioned about how many meals the chef can make. They can customize that, correct?
Yeah, so when I had mentioned earlier about the 12 individually packaged meals, that's on our standard service. But we can even customize it even a little bit further if it's a couple that needed more meals, or if it's even someone that needed a little bit less meals. So it can all be fully customized.
That's great. And how many times does the chef come to the house? Does he come every week, or what is the
Yeah, so that's a
frequency?
great question. So what's important to us is that we figure out what the best frequency of the service is. Too much food is a real turnoff for a lot of people. So not only is all the food customized, but the frequency in which you use the service. So for example, we find that most single people use the service twice a month.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so let's get to the big question. What is the cost of the service? Is it, I'm sure it's very economical.
Yeah, so the pricing has been established because we understand that most older adults are on a fixed income. So our service, so first, the groceries themselves. When we go do the shopping, we're going to bring the receipt from the market to the client. That's just a straight reimbursement. So whatever menu they select, they're just going to pay for the groceries. There's no markup on the groceries.
That's great.
It's
That's great.
just a straight reimbursement. So the service fee is $150 per visit, but that includes everything. So that includes the shopping, coming to the client's home, cooking all their meals, packaging them, labeling them, and then cleaning up the kitchen, of course. So most of our clients are on a schedule. So every 2 weeks at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday, Chef for Seniors arrives to make your meals.
You know, it just made me think about something else. It's also company for the person. They get to watch and maybe participate and see and speak with you. Whereas a lot of times, some of these seniors, they're home by themselves. So I'm sure they love the interaction.
Yeah, the companion aspect of the service is huge. So the clients get the same chef to come to their house. So there's definitely a relationship that is built over time, and friendships happen. Mm-hmm. The other nice thing about that as well is that it gives family members also a peace of mind, that they know that, oh, you know, Michael's coming to the house on Wednesday to cook for Mom. I get calls after I leave the service from the daughter, and she'll say, oh, how did Mom look today? How was her refrigerator? Is she eating well? So I'm able to give some feedback on my visit to family members. So yeah, the companionship is a huge part of what we do.
Oh, I'm sure families really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
so I've cooked for some of the same people for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
So seeing them on a weekly basis or even twice a month for 4 years. So yeah, you become really close with those people.
That's great. Another question, will insurance cover this at all?
That's
the
a great
service?
question. So what we've done is we've partnered with a company called Family Solutions for Care. What they do for free is they'll do a free expert evaluation of a long-term care policy to see what benefits that person is entitled to. So when anybody ever asks me about, oh, will long-term care cover this service? It has for some people, but I connect them with that organization so someone can look over their policy to see exactly what they're entitled to.
Oh, that's great. That is great. Okay, this is kind of a personal question. I'm wondering, do you have to be a senior for you to come and cook and shop?
You're right. I get that question all the time, and the answer is no. We do market and cater to the nutritional needs of our clients, which are typically older adults, but I do have some families that I cook for that can help, because people are very busy. They have busy schedules.
Sign me up.
So the answer is no. We do have younger clients as well.
Wow, that's great. What areas do you cover if somebody would like to use your service?
Sure. So Chef for Seniors is a franchise. The area that I cover is all of the North Shore, Essex County. I go also to Reading, North Reading, Andover, and North Andover as well. But pretty much all of the North Shore, and I recently opened up a new franchise that is now servicing the Seacoast, New Hampshire, Rockingham County, and a little bit of southern Maine as well.
Wow, that's a great territory.
Yes.
Well, you are totally a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all of this with the nutrition and the cooking. I like to end the show with 3 questions.
Okay.
Okay, so tell us a fun fact about you. It can be anything.
Fun fact, I am super passionate about the game of golf.
Oh, me too. I just started taking lessons.
Oh.
Maybe we'll have to have a game together.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to socialize.
It is.
Yes.
Now, the second question, we love pets on the show. Do you have any animals at home?
Yes. So we have a 3-year-old Shih Tzu named Lucille. And a Shih Tzu is half Shih Tzu and toy poodle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure adorable.
Cute.
And then the final question is, summer is here. Do you have any vacation plans anywhere you're traveling to?
Yes, we're going to Michigan to visit family during the 4th of July week. My brother and his family live out there, so my family will go and all the cousins will be able to hang out with each other.
Excellent. Well, once again, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure everyone has learned a lot. And how would someone get in touch with you if they wanted to utilize your service?
Sure. So I always recommend, to get more information and get my phone number, you can always go to chefsforseniors.com. There's a whole bunch of information on there as well. Or you can call me directly at 781-520-3477.
Fantastic. Make sure to get in touch with Mike if you're interested in the service. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in today. Until next time, have a great day.